Hi everyone, welcome to Eating Secret. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. So, today we're going to be decorating some candles and we're also going to be labelling them. I'm going to try not to make this video too long because it seems to take forever to upload video from iMovie to YouTube. So much easier when we had video editor in YouTube. I don't know why they finished it, but I do miss it. Anyway, there's a link in the description box to the wax I'm using here, and it is a new wax that I found, and I have to say I find it excellent for embeds. It doesn't frost at all and it unmolds pretty well. Now obviously it depends what you're unmolding, but these are flower molds, and this is what they come out like. Now usually when you're unmolding soy wax, a lot of the petals break off. Now some of the petals are still breaking off, but still a substantial difference in how well this wax unmolds. So I'm really happy with the wax that I got from this company. Again, the company name is in the link in the description box below. So we're just, I've got some molds here all ready to unmold with the wax, and then we're going to pour some fresh wax into them. I just think they work so much better. They're really, really good. Now you can see, I'll just get something pointy. Like a cocktail stick. And you'll see there is a petal that has broken off and it's still stuck in there. But it's just one petal. It's nothing compared to what used to be left in these molds. So I'm really, really happy with those. So once these are unmolded, we're going to stick them on top of the candles. I'll just go a little bit faster here so that we can get that one I've broken. So I'm just going to put that wax back in the container, in the melted wax. Now here where we live, we've actually got fibre optic broadband. It is fast, so I can't understand why iMovie is so slow. I did have some other videos for you, but because they're so long I simply can't upload them to YouTube from iMovie. So if anyone's got any good ideas on what type of editing software to use, please let me know in the comments below. Or leave a link would be even better. Okay, so we're just gonna lay these out in a line. And then we're going to pour them. The great thing with these Pyrex jugs is you get a really neat pour because the lip is absolutely perfect for doing tiny quantities. It still takes a bit of knack to do it. But if you spill any over the mould, all you need to do is just scrape it off with a knife. I'm talking about if you spill any on this area here. You can see in some of the moulds there still is a little bit of wax stuck in there, but it'll just remelt when you pour this wax onto it. I'm just free holding the camera. Definitely got a frog in my throat today, which I'll get rid of before the next scene. So that's that. Just pour them, leave them to set, and then pop them out into a container. And then we'll be ready to decorate the candles before we label them. So, if you can see here we have wax. So all I do is just take the round edge of a knife and just scrape it before it gets too set. And just do that in between each one. It doesn't have to be too perfect, because obviously you're going to turn the embed around the opposite way. So we'll have a part 2 to this video. This video is part 1, and then we'll have I guess we'll make part 1 the embeds, and then part 2 will be the labels. And that way it'll be a lot easier for me to upload to YouTube, and I'll be able to get a lot more videos up, hopefully. So we'll be back in a sec to put these on top of these. So here we are, candles are lined up, ready to go. I'm just going to put all of the flowers on the top, and I've just put a little label on each one so I can remember what the fragrance is. And then here we have our flowers. I have already done half of them because someone was waiting for those in a delivery, so we've got what we have left. So what we need now is our wax melter, and that's just a paint stripper heat gun from any DIY store. If you haven't got one, I'm sure a hairdryer will work. You know, if you're just learning, you don't need to go out and buy all this expensive equipment. Not that these are expensive, but every little bit mounts up, doesn't it? So we're just going to turn this on, let it heat up. It gets hot pretty quick. The other good thing with this wax, it doesn't seem to dip in the centre. And to be honest, most often the wax I use doesn't dip, and that's simply because I pour it when it's fairly cool. So we're just getting a little melted pool on the top, just very small, about 1 millimetre thick. And then take your wax flowers, pop those on there. So they stick to the wax that's melted. We always put 3 flowers in there. I do have a customer that only likes to have 1 flower in there. But the great thing with that is you can easily just pop them off. And then take your heat gun again and just very gently go around the top, and it just helps to seal those melts onto the wax. And we take some glitter, because we do like our glitter here, and just pop the glitter on there like so. Now we're going to move along. Desperate. So we've got autumn written on here, but this is actually cinnamon. And then we've got wine, which is wine and berries. The first one is red hots. If you know me and you've been watching me for years, you'll know that I absolutely love red hots, cinnamon red hot sweets. It seems to dry up pretty quick, this wax, so maybe I'll just do 2 at a time. It's not very often I go shopping, but I went shopping the other day, and they had candles. There were candles in the shops. None of them are what anyone on YouTube's made. Literally, most of them, I couldn't even smell anything. And then we have Angel here, always popular. That's better, I think, 2 at a time. See how the top of the wick can singe a little bit, but don't worry about that. You can easily just snip it off with a pair of scissors or a cutters or whatever you use to cut your wicks with. And I'll leave the wicks a little bit longer simply because obviously with the flowers there's all of that wax to melt as well. And if you melt it with a very, very short wick, then your wax is going to flood your wick and it'll go out. But if you have a candle where the wick goes out because the wax has flooded it, don't throw it away. Just scrape some of the wax off the top with a knife or a spoon, and as long as you've got some wick exposed, then you're going to be okay. You can still use it. Like candles, I mean, as long as I've been buying candles over the years, this is what happens, you know. It's just one of those things with candles. It can be a bit hissy-missy. And also, you know, I would never suggest that you snap off the black. Once you put the candle out, the flame out, just leave the black stuff on there, on the wick. Don't break it off, because you'll be snapping the wick off and then you'll be left with no wick again, and then your wax is going to flood your wick. So this one is Cognac and Cubans, a great masculine scent, and it's very, very strong as well. And then next one we have Marshmallow. I've put a little bit too much red in there to make pink, because I like it actually a very pale pink. Next we have Pepper Jack, everybody's favourite, doesn't matter what time of year it is. And this is one of our new fragrances, Cherry Bonbon. It's the smell that I put in those baby shower bath bombs that we did recently. Again, it's really strong. It's excellent. You know, I want to tell you about this fragrance that when I bought it and smelt it out the bottle, I was that disappointed. I was going to complain, but I couldn't log on to the site because I don't know, I couldn't remember my username, and it wasn't my email address, and I just think someone was looking out for me there, because I never complain about anything, and I was going to that day. I really was. I was actually mad. But as it turns out, once I use the fragrance, I absolutely love it. It's excellent. So I'm glad I didn't complain. So, you know, they always say don't test smells by smelling them out of the bottle, use them in the product, and that was very, very true with this this fragrance. So we have here black raspberry and vanilla. Again, always popular. It works well in candles as well. And then on this side we have smells very similar to Le Mal, and I'll just call it Le Mal because I can't think of a better name for it. I keep trying to come up with a new name for that one, but I can't, and I want people to know what it actually smells like. So I'm keeping it at Le Mal. I had another attempt to give it a new name just this last week, and I've changed my mind. So there we are. This is what they look like with the flowers in. It just creates something unique and different and interesting. I know a lot of people have started to put embeds in candles now, but we were the first to do the flowers. Before I did the flowers, someone had created and just put chunks in theirs, which looked very nice. But now there are all sorts of different embeds in candles, and I think they look fantastic. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll have another video coming up very, very soon, and we'll be labelling the candles next. See you soon. Bye bye for now.